So what does it really take to fly a drone safely? Well, we're going straight to the source for the answer. We're going to break down the official safety manual for pilots from Japan's aviation authorities. Let's get right into it. You know, the manual kicks off with this amazing line calling drones the industrial revolution of the sky. And honestly, that's not an exaggeration. We're talking about everything from mind-blowing aerial photography to logistics to even disaster response. It's a pretty incredible time to be a pilot.
But, and this is a big but, with all that excitement comes a really serious question. This power you have to operate in the sky, it comes with a massive responsibility. Not just for your drone, but for literally everyone and everything around you. And that, right there, is the core of this whole guide. And listen, these aren't just some made-up theoretical risks. The manual gets real fast. This stuff has actually happened. We've seen drones crash near people, get dangerously close to commercial airliners, and even cause major international airports to shut down completely. The stakes are, no joke, incredibly high.
Okay, so this brings us to the absolute heart of a pilot's duty. See, it's not just about being good at flying. It's about managing safety from the second you even think about a flight until long after your drone is packed away.
And here it is, the #1 rule. You could almost call it the pilot's creed, straight from the manual. Before you think about the mission or getting that perfect shot or hitting a deadline, before anything else, your first and only job is to protect the people on the ground. It is absolutely non-negotiable.
And if things do go wrong, the consequences are severe. A pilot can actually face 3 different types of legal trouble. Criminally, you could be charged with negligence if someone gets hurt. Civilly, you're on the hook to pay for any damage you cause. And administratively, the government can just straight up revoke or suspend your pilot license. So yeah, this responsibility has some serious legal teeth.
So how do the authorities actually manage all these risks? Well, it all comes down to one central idea in Japanese aviation law. It's a concept called specific flights.
So what's a specific flight? Basically, it's any kind of flight that's considered higher risk. The law's default setting is, nope, you can't do this. It's fundamentally prohibited unless you get special permission. It's a whole framework designed to protect planes in the sky and people on the ground.
These rules are broken into 2 main buckets. The first one is all about where you're flying. So flying around airports, in airspace set aside for emergency services, going higher than 150 meters, or flying over crowded cities, all of these are big no-nos without permission. It's pretty much common sense, right? Keep drones away from the risky places.
Okay, so the second bucket is about how you're flying. Things like flying at night, or flying so far away you can't see the drone anymore. That's called beyond visual line of sight. Also, getting too close to people, flying over big crowds at events, or carrying and dropping things. Each of these introduces new dangers, so they all require a special green light.
All right, so we get the rules of the sky now, but the manual makes one thing crystal clear. Just knowing the rules isn't enough. Real safety, that starts on the ground, way before your rotors even start to spin.
Now this right here is a huge takeaway. The safety manual says it plain as day. A massive number of accidents happen simply because pilots didn't do their homework. Cutting corners on your pre-flight prep is pretty much the fastest way to have a very, very bad day.
So, to stop that from happening, the manual gives us a super clear 4-step routine. Step 1, plan your flight and report it. Step 2, give your drone a good, thorough physical checkup. Step 3, check all the outside factors, like the latest weather and any local airspace rules. And finally, Step 4, check yourself. Remember, a tired pilot is just as dangerous as a faulty battery.
So when you put this all together, you start to see that these rules and checks, they aren't just about avoiding a fine. They're actually the roadmap. This is the path to becoming a truly skilled and responsible pilot.
You know, I think this might be the most powerful piece of wisdom in the entire manual. It says the mark of a great pilot isn't being able to pull off some miracle recovery when things go sideways. No, the real skill is in the planning and preparation that makes sure those dangerous situations never even have a chance to happen. True expertise is all about prevention.
And that really leaves us with one final question to think about. It's not just about whether you can fly, it's about whether you should. And by really taking this mindset of preparation, of responsibility, and prevention to heart, you make sure that the answer to that question every single time is yes.